Hello everyone, I'm going to be breaking down my Leave the City project that I just released earlier the week. Yeah, you guys seem to love it, so I'm going to do a breakdown of it. I think this will be a good video. Alright, let's go. So the song starts out with piano, of course. This piano is actually a keyscape piano. It's called Dark Indie Wing Upright. Actually, other way around. Wing Upright, Dark Indie. It's this one right here. It's like literally the Trench piano in all of Trench. Love it. So when you play it very soft, it turns into Leave the City. So this is the loop for Leave the City. Oh my god, it goes forever. That sounds really cool. Nice. So yeah, that's the piano. And over here, it looks like it changed. Oh, I know. Over here, it's higher in velocity. And then on bar 17, it turns out, actually not bar 17, but it's whatever, it's bar 49. On the 49th bar, it adds in the actual middle note of the triads. So like these are just G and C, but then over here it adds in the actual chord, which is C, E, G, a full C chord. Not much of a difference. Okay, so that's the piano for all this part. Over here, we got a breakdown of all these synths. So first thing is the wind. People asked where I got this from. It actually turns out to be a noise oscillator in the Vital plugin called Bart. Right there, Bart. And I made it follow the pitch so it's not just one note. It actually follows the notes. Well, it's not working for some reason. Huh? There we go. See? It's actually following the notes. Also, I add lots and lots of filter, reverb, and stuff to it. So you already had the wind sound, you just have to optimize it for it. Also on the wind, I EQ'd it to have a lot of resonance up here and took up the low end. It's really random notes, honestly, but yeah, here's the notes if you want to copy them. Okay, next is sine waves, which is just playing the root note of the chords and a high G here for some reason. Oh yeah, and these random really high notes. You'll hear it. I don't know if anyone can really hear that detail in the actual song, but I put it in. And all this layers like this. Floatery sine is just the high notes of the sine wave, and I just added more of a different wave shape to it. It gives it a shaky feeling. And that layers and basically turns out to be the intro with some noise. Okay. Then we got a mellotron here, just playing the chords. It fades away for that part. Over here we got some hi-hats. They're gonna get added in right now. Okay, so you know how that all sounds right now. So here, this is just literally pedal hi-hats. And then a little open hi-hat there. So this is just the ambience drum patch that I have selected. It's just to simulate a thicker drum track compared to just dry drums I have right here. Speaking of that, here's the dry drums. This is what comes in. That just loops for this part a little bit. And I also got a sub kick to beefing up the actual kick. And on top of that with the ambience drums. So that's just the ambient, and then we got the actual ride track. Didn't really change much, honestly. The ride cymbal is very dominant in the right ear. Very much pan to the right. Right here, all the reverb gets off the piano. The reverb goes away, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because like over here, it has reverb. And then over here, it gets taken off for this dry drum solo. Not even the noise or wind is in this part. It's just dry piano and drums. And then it all gets added back here, including all the synths. Man, this is really badly organized, but when the drums come in, we got a sub bass kicks in. I made it do a pumping action. You can probably just tell how I did that. Like a kickstart plugin, sidechain. Over here, there are these random flutes that I hear in the song, like that in this one. You can listen to the actual one right here. Right there. They're not actually flutes, I don't think, but they're just synths that really sound like a flute. So the best thing to do was make a flute. And that's what I did. Yeah, after that, everything comes back in over here. It comes back in over here. And then the actual electric bass gets added in. You know, the electric bass guitar. My friend Luke recorded this. Thank you, Luke, so much. He is my bass guy. Kind of cringe. Okay. Oh, here's the bass track alone. So over here, it just goes. It does like just that one note, but then over here it does a little up and down action. So yeah, there is a bit of variety. It's not just a boring loop. There are Wow. I'll show you what the bass used to sound like. I did lots of processing on it. Here's what it used to sound like. This is just dry sub bass, basically. And to get that trench sound, what I did was I put Effect Rack to get this amp kind of sound with Microshift, which is Microshift is basically a chorus plugin. Like literally tall chorus. You know that plugin? If anyone knows that plugin, comment yes in the comment section. Basically that just makes it very chorusy, like thicker. Also a little bit of distortion action in the background. And then an EQ, which, oh my god, it just boosts the frick out of this mid-high. Basically, it's supposed to make those fret slide sounds really hearable because they weren't before. So, see, now you got more detail. Here's the limiter. That basically just sounds like it already. That's just my compression, by the way. Over here, I started doling it out, like undoing what I did, because I need to get that over here. I need this one to get the boost started, but I need to fix it up later with other EQs. So I did that. I'm awful at speaking. Okay, here it seems like I took out some certain frequencies here. And then another compression, just a very slight compression. Wow. To think that went from this to this. Wow, insane. It seems like the bass literally does the same thing over here, so we don't need to go over that anymore. After this solo over here, everything comes back in, as well as a mellotron. It's a mellotron strings and flute. Just playing the chords with lots of release and attack a bit. After that 2 loops, the bass comes in, you know? And after that, we get also, oh my god, when that actual bass comes in, the sub bass just stops. Now, I'm not saying this is how the actual one goes. This is just how I did it. I think it's the neatest I could do. Over here, there's this pluck thingy. Like you can hear the real one right here. Right there. This is my attempt at it. Oh god, it's so different. I'm pretty sure it should have been higher. But yeah, here's all the settings if you want to try and mimic it. Lots and lots of this stuff. Like lots of multi-band compression, which is basically their version of OTT, which is what OTT is. It's a multi-band compression. Very strong multi-band compression. Oh my god. Nice. Okay, so after this, it just has a little bit of a release thingy. It's pretending to like have a release. I don't know how to describe it. But then we got these plucks, which I made from scratch. Here's the first layer. It has a little bit of unease kind of feel over here. So here it's actually on the beat, and then over here it's off beat a bit. Not like fully off beat, but it's like 1/16th note off. I don't know how to describe it, but it makes it feel like gliding off tempo a bit. Gives it like an unease feel. Then there's a second one. This one's lower, and it's basically the same thing. Wow. Lots of filter movement with the envelopes. Also, each one is individually panned. One's panned left and right and going back and forth. One's panned more left, one's panned more right. Sometimes they intertwine and they go opposite directions. They flow everywhere around your ears. So they layer like this. I hope that is stereo because, you know, it won't mean anything what I just said to you if it is not stereo. So over here, the volume is quieter, and then over here it gets louder. I automated the individual volumes because the deeper one needed to come in slower because it was supposed to give in a building factor, like when you build up. When you build up a song, it's just adding a little bit more variety, so it's not just the same thing underneath. And then here comes the bridge. It's literally the same chords, I believe, but this time it's like arpeggiated. Do 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 do. Got all this variety. I can't even just show one. I have to wait for all four because the fourth one is different. There we go. And then here it just plays the chords. Oh, like in the build up over here as well. Make sure you get those two notes. It goes like that, up from down, then it goes up. Over here, same thing, but this time it's adding in really high notes on the half notes between the bars. This is a different chord. So the bass note is B. What is going on? What are these? The bass note is B, so that's B minor, and then this is. I actually have no idea what that would be. Oh. It's a G major / B because the bass note is B. I mean, that's really fancy, but I just think of it as those two notes on top changing. And then the ending. Same chords again, but cuter. The same wind sounds over here, but we add a extra sine wave melody. I don't even know if it's called a melody, but it's just two notes repeating. That gives that little fluttery feel when you listen to the piano on top of it. Because it has a lots of attack in the synth, so you don't hear it instantly. It kind of flows. Keep in mind, in the build-ups, there is a just a four on the floor kick drum, just going all the way through. And you get rid of a few of the snares over here and there. And then the build-up is, the build-up after the bridge is way more intense, of course. We added some open hi-hats just a bit. Not that loud though. They just add in more, they fill it in more, the gap. Eventually the crashes get loud. Nice. Also for this build-up, we add another harmonic on the synth arpeggio. So we have octaves playing now on both of the sides, as well as a flute. And they layer. That flute does basically nothing. Rip. Rip my work. But yeah, all this gets layered and eventually sounds okay. So over here, the wind goes away. And then right here we got a, wow. We got tempo changing. But it's actually just me moving around the chords. I would have done tempo automation, but the tempo automation is so weird in FL Studio. It's different than Logic. On Logic, when you move the tempo, everything, even audio and stuff, stays the same length and everything. But on FL, everything stretches and then becomes pitched up or down no matter what. I don't know how to explain it. Like when I tried to make an Ode to Sleep cover in FL Studio, I couldn't get the tempo change correct because every time I wanted to listen back to what I created in the higher tempo, it would just be in slow motion because FL's tempo system sucks. But I work with it however I need to. I just know what I need to not do and what I can do. Anyways, I think that's it for this song. Let me know your opinion in the comments below. Do you like the song? Do you like the breakdown? Thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and maybe leave a comment. Because Pog. Okay, bye everyone. I am not your daily dose of internet.